I'm starting this video today. I had a viewer ask me how I used my tier trays in my home, and I did a tier tray video called Everyday Tier Trays, and I will link that down in the description box below for you. But I wanted to show the viewers how I used my tier trays because I just styled them in that video. I didn't show how I used them. And so that first one is setting on my bookshelf in my living room. And that picture there that I had with it, I'm trying to debate whether I'm going to hang that up there or not. This one is an Easter tray. It's on my hearth. And then this last one here, I put on my table in my kitchen. And in this little table, I keep my linens. So I kind of have a Easter theme going on here right now. And then, of course, there is my shelf that I'm going to be decorating for you in just a minute or so. But I love my tier trays. I don't always show you exactly how I use them, but usually my fireplace hearth, this little table here is new, and then I have the bookshelf in the front room, and those are usually the places. I also have one near my coffee maker, but I actually use that for coffee. Hey, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I have a new shelf behind me today, and we're going to be doing some farmhouse style decorating on the shelves. I have this shelf and I have one other shelf I'm going to do for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I have all of these items here, and I'm going to use these. If you saw my last video, I showed you this haul where I picked up these pieces. This is from a previous haul that I did, and then I have some things that I picked up at the Goodwill store, or I'm sorry, Salvation Army. And then I have some other things that I've purchased along the way. So we're going to use some of these items, and we're going to try to decorate my new shelf here, this shelf, and then we're also going to decorate my other shelf that I have above my counter. Okay, let's get started on shelf number 1. So if you remember, this is the shelf that I got at my Marshall's, and I'm adding to it that birdhouse, and the birdhouse I got at the Salvation Army. I only paid just a couple dollars for that. I'm going to add my cutting board, and then there's my potato masher that came from Michaels, and then I have that candle holder up there. I'm not sure if I like that or not, so I am just kind of playing with this, playing around with it. I know I want the potato masher up there. I know I want these measuring cups up there too. And so I'm playing around now with the mugs and the other pieces. I also have those 2 mugs that came from Hearth and Hand, and I'm not sure if I want those mugs or if I want the Rae Dunn mug. So that's what's going on there. My little pot holders that I also purchased at Marshall's, and I'm taking down the candle holder and I'm putting up this riser instead, and I think the riser looks better there. So I also want to say that I do have, on the end of this video, I also did decorate my entryway, and I used the florals that I had in my other video that I did where I showed you my haul. So I just wanted to let you know that I have added that onto this video. Okay, here's how it's looking so far, and I like it, but I think it needs just a couple more things. So what I ended up doing was I ended up going onto Amazon, and I was looking for some of those little tiny wreath napkin holders, and I could not find them. But instead I found this ream of tiny greenery, and it's in the shape of a wreath. I found this on Amazon. I'll link it below for you if you're interested. I thought it worked perfectly as a tiny wreath. The other thing I'm going to do here is I had this birdhouse at an angle, and I really just decided that I didn't want it at an angle, so I just went ahead and straightened that out. And then I'll show you how it turned out. So here is how the shelf turned out. and just kind of giving you a look there. Sorry, I'm a little shaky with the camera. The other thing I did, because I put the wreath up there, is I switched the spritzer bottle and the eucalyptus there on my tiered tray. So I still have these things sitting here, and I have one more shelf to do over my counter. This is my second shelf, and this shelf came from IKEA. It's a Krokschult bracket, 2 of those, and a Tranholt shelf. And they are inexpensive. I will link those below for you. With this shelf, I really wanted to use that clock because that was another find from the Salvation Army. It does not work. I know I had said before I wasn't sure if it worked, but it actually doesn't. But I still like it. I think it's real pretty, and I love how everything is clean and decorated. And it was so clean and decorated there, it put me in the mood to bake. And I actually made some banana bread because of my counter being nice and clean and decorated, and it inspired me to do something domestic. Okay, so I have all of my florals separated. I am still really loving the ranunculuses, and or ranunculus, I don't know. And then this is some foliage here. I still really like this. The rosebuds are real pretty. So I do have to kind of focus in on this bushel here, and I do want to show you. Can you see that there? That is a piece of it. Focus in on that there. That is a piece of it right there that has come off. And I do have to say that this particular set here is shedding. So this was the bundle, I think that was $3.99, and I'm not so sure I would get this one again because I don't like it when they shed. But I'm really happy with all the rest of it, and so I'll be using this to put together some spring floral arrangements. All right, now that that floral arrangement is all done, we're going to take it and put it here in my entryway. I like to keep this basket hung on this hook here. And I get a lot of questions on this basket. This basket actually came from a local boutique, so that's not something that's in like a nationwide chain that I can point you to buy it. I also purchased these beads on Amazon at the same time I purchased the little wreath. And it came in a 2-pack, these gray ones, and then there's some white ones too. And I'm just hanging them on the other hook here. And then I also have my other He Has Risen sign from Kirkland's a couple years back. I glued a hook on it and tied a bow on it. And I'm not really sure about this look here. This is one of those things that I might play with a little bit. I'm not entirely happy with it. I have to think about it a little bit. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move on to my mirror here. And I do have a eucalyptus wreath from Target I got this morning. And through the magic of the camera, there it is, tied with a bow on the mirror. Unfortunately, I was filming this and I realized that I had not taken off my ugly Band-Aid on my arm because I went to have lab work done this morning, and nobody wants to see that. So I had to delete that out, sorry. But this is my entry, and I very much use this entry, so I don't have like a blanket or a nice basket sitting here. That would be really lovely, but it really wouldn't suit my purposes because I actually do have to sit down there and grab shoes out of that bench, and the nice pillow on the back makes a nice backrest for me. And we do use this entry, so I wanted it pretty. That crock there, I actually throw my baseball caps in there when I come in from taking a walk. So anyways, it looks pretty, but it's also still very useful, and it's all ready for spring. So I'm pretty happy with my shelves and my entry, and that's it. If you have enjoyed this video today, I would appreciate it if you gave me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know what you would do differently. I'm always open to suggestions. And here's another video for you if you would like to watch it today. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you in the next video.